Alright, so boom, turn me up, don't turn me down. We back at it with another video today. We got Deebo Samuel from my San Francisco 49ers just got traded to the Washington Commanders. The first blockbuster trade of the 2025 NFL offseason. Free agency is what? In a couple days, 13, 14 days from now. Deebo got traded. I seen it coming. Obviously, it's been rumors for the last couple of weeks. Deebo wanted to first start with a new team, and it's the Washington Commanders. So let's go ahead and check out this video. Comment down below how y'all feel about Deebo getting traded to the Commanders, y'all.
Trade just
insane.
Ago,
I should be wearing my Deebo jersey, man. I'm looking at it on the wall right here. Like, how do y'all feel about wearing like players like jerseys when they not on the team no more? Because I literally got Deebo jersey. Like, do we still wear it, or is done for?
Deebo Samuel has been traded to the Washington Commanders in exchange for a 5th-round draft pick. He had permission to seek a trade, wanted a new home.
A 5th-round draft pick, y'all. Honestly, I thought we would get more for Deebo. 5th round? But I'm not going to knock it because at the same time, my 49ers, we actually draft good later in the draft than earlier in the draft. Like, it's weird. Like, we get the good players in the draft later, and then like early in the draft, it's like, questionable players. So that 5th round pick that we got could turn into a star. You never know.
He gets it and lands in Washington.
Yesterday, the first official move of the offseason went down with the Los Angeles Rams announcing that they were going to sign Matthew Stafford to an extension. And that was followed up with the first major trade of the offseason, something that we've been speculating on this YouTube channel ever since the NFL draft last year has officially happened. So before we get to the content, we are launching our very first baseball video.
Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy. Link it in the description to his channel. Let's get it.
On everybody. Since the 2019 NFL season, one of the biggest components of the San Francisco 49ers extremely versatile offense was none other than Deebo Samuel. Deebo was able to do it all and played a variety of positions for the San Francisco 49ers, particularly in the 2021 NFL season. You see, the stars really aligned for Deebo in his 3rd season in the NFL because not only did the San Francisco 49ers not have a halfback that they could fully trust, but since Deebo was selected in the 2nd round of the NFL draft, he was up for a contract extension following this season. And in this very season, Kyle Shanahan dialed up Deebo Samuel's usage all the way up. In this season, Deebo Samuel had 1,770 yards from scrimmage, being named to a Pro Bowl and a first-team All-Pro. There was no question in anyone's mind that Deebo Samuel was the engine that made the San Francisco 49ers offense work. He was not only an extremely speedy and prolific wide receiver, but he was also being used as the running back for the San Francisco 49ers. And as a result, in the offseason, after campaigning and scrubbing his Instagram clean of all 49ers related content.
Nah, this one hurts. Deebo unfollows the 49ers on Instagram and then he deletes multiple posts. Now, I didn't know he unfollowed them too. I seen him delete like multiple posts of him wearing like 49ers gear. But I didn't know he unfollowed them too. Damn. Do y'all feel like it's something behind the scenes we don't know about?
All 49ers related content,
crazy.
He eventually got a huge contract extension, getting signed to a 3-year, $71.5 million contract extension with the San Francisco 49ers. And then into the 2022 season, the San Francisco 49ers would trade for Christian McCaffrey. Deebo Samuel would not be used as a wide back any longer, and he was also dealing with injuries. He would go from 1,770 yards from scrimmage to 864 yards.
Wow! Nah, that was a crazy ass decrease. Damn.
And from then on, he never really looked like the same player he was in the 2021 season. In 2023, he wasn't even the top wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. That title went to Brandon Ayuk, getting only 892 receiving yards, but going back up to 1,117 yards from scrimmage. But in the 2024 offseason, we really saw where the San Francisco 49ers future was headed. You see, due to the cap hit that Deebo Samuel was going to sustain this offseason, it was very clear that either the 49ers would get to sign Brandon Ayuk to a huge contract extension or trade Brandon Ayuk and continue with Deebo Samuel.
And now it's rumors saying that the 49ers is open to trading away Brandon Ayuk, but I don't understand why are we listening to trade? I mean, it's okay to listen to trade offers, but it's like we're willing to give up Ayuk after we literally just signed him to a contract extension last all season, 4-year, $120 million extension. Now there's rumors saying like, yo, we're moving backwards, gang. Yo, we signed him, keep him. But it's like now he literally he tore his ACL, right? He got a crazy ass injury. We don't know how he's gonna be playing when he's gonna come back onto that field. And then I heard that he might not even be ready for week 1. Like, oh my.
They decided to sign Ayuk to a contract extension and went into last season with Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. But something strange happened. During the regular season, Brandon Ayuk would sustain a season-ending injury, and Deebo Samuel had the opportunity to show the world that he was capable of being the top wide receiver on the 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers were completely battered and bruised this past year. You can't really measure how good this team was because practically their whole team was injured. But even before that, the 49ers gave us an idea of what they felt that the future of the wide receiver position was going to be, selecting Ricky Pearsall in the first round of the 2024 NFL draft. But despite that, Deebo Samuel still had an opportunity to show the world he was capable of being a wide receiver 1. And let's just say he did not do that at all whatsoever. Deebo would struggle mightily, and it got very embarrassing at times. In December, he went viral for saying that he is not struggling, he's just not getting the ball. But in a community note, fans said he leads the team in drops, he is struggling. Deebo Samuel would give this interview about his current situation with the 49ers shortly after.
I mean, you read what you read. A little frustrated for sure.
Is getting touches and things like that something that's discussed during those kinds
Oh,
of
yeah,
conversations?
100%. Yeah.
You expect to come back around for you, right, in terms of
When it comes, it comes.
And from here on out, every single time Deebo Samuel would underperform, it would go viral. It's not hard to find clips of Deebo Samuel dropping wide open passes that he should be capable of getting.
That one against the Rams hurt it because
dropping wide open passes that he should be capable.
If he caught this, he probably would have went to the house. That would have been a touchdown. That one hurt it so bad. I remember that reaction too. Yeah, I remember this reaction to the game, man. Hell no.
On top of this, fans noticed that Deebo was a little out of shape, and he also had clips that just made him seem like he was a detached player. I mean, he literally tackled Isaac Guerrero when the 49ers faced off against the Rams in the middle of December, and at that point, the writing was on the wall. Following the regular season, Deebo Samuel stated that he requested to be traded, and the 49ers granted him permission to seek a trade. Apparently, the Houston Texans were interested in trading for Deebo, but that wasn't very realistic, and eventually, a suitor was found. According to Ian Rappaport, the San Francisco 49ers are trading star wide receiver Deebo Samuel to the Washington Commanders for draft pick compensation, sources say. Samuel, due $21.7 million this year, now heads to join former San Francisco 49er exec Adam Peters and play with Jaden Daniels, who gets another.
Hey, that boy Adam Peters been making moves, bruh. Like, damn, like, he ain't playing no games. Like, he's trying to really bring the Commanders to a Super Bowl and win that bit for real.
Their weapon. But for those of you guys wondering what the compensation is, it's not that substantial at all. As a matter of fact, according to Adam Schefter, San Francisco has agreed to send Deebo to the Washington Commanders in exchange for a 5th-round pick. Like any trade agreed to now, it can't be processed until the new league year begins on March 12th. So whenever a trade like this goes down, a lot of my subscribers wonder why Deebo Samuel is so cheap. And it's a combination of factors. One is the fact that Deebo Samuel hasn't really performed well so far, but despite that, based off of his previous production and the fact that he's 29 years old and the fact that he's on a good contract, you'd imagine that you could get like a 4th or a 3rd for him at the very minimum. But the main reason the 49ers made this trade was because they cannot afford to take on any more of Deebo Samuel's salary, especially with Brock Purdy's impending contract.
Yeah, still gotta pay that man Brock Purdy. I'm hearing around like 45, 50 mil for Purdy. Shit.
The fact that he just hasn't been that good over the past couple of years. The 49ers can't afford any inefficiency when it comes to their salary cap, and they get to move Deebo Samuel's contract completely off of the books. And Adam Schefter even brings that up. Washington is taking on the remainder of Deebo's contract and paying his full $17.55 million salary for the 2025 season per sources. Now, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, the 49ers began preparing for the possibility that Deebo Samuel was entering his final season with the team last offseason when they used the number 31 pick in the draft to select Ricky Pearsall. The Niners also signed Brandon Ayuk to a 4-year, $120 million contract and Juwan Jennings to a 2-year, $15.39 million contract.
So right now we roll into next season with Juwan Jennings. I mean, this is right now. Obviously, I feel like we gonna sign a receiver or draft one. But Juwan, number one for right now until Ayuk come back, because they saying Ayuk not gonna be back until like, I don't know, like later in the goddamn season. But damn, Juwan, wide receiver number one, Ricky number two. Oh my gosh, man. Good thing Ronnie Bell ain't on the fucking team no more.
So
Shit.
the 49ers have plenty of wide receiver depth. This is just a cost-cutting move, and it makes a lot of sense because Deebo was frustrated about his usage, which didn't make a lot of sense to me because he himself said that he wanted to no longer play the wide back role once he did get that contract extension originally. But in my opinion, this is a home run trade for both sides. The Washington Commanders are in a position to take on this type of risk. Jaden Daniels is on a rookie scale contract for the next 4 years, and Deebo Samuel's on a very good contract. If it works out, then fantastic for the Washington Commanders. He only counts for 17.55 against the cap this year, and the Commanders have the second highest cap space in the entire NFL, and they went to the NFC Championship last year. I really like Deebo Samuel in this position. I mean, you have Jay.
Honestly, good move for the Commanders.
You have Cliff Kingsbury, who could potentially put you in some sweet spots. You're not going to be the focal point of the offense because that's kind of what Terry McLaurin does. And I hate to say this, 49ers fans, but you do get a little bit of an upgrade at the quarterback position. And this is coming from a Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't think this is a bad trade for either side. Actually, I think this is a home run trade for both sides. Deebo's contract is good. If he's able to turn back the clock, great. If not, Washington Commanders let him go next year, and they're out on a 5th round pick. The San Francisco 49ers get to move away from Deebo Samuel's contract, and they get a 5th round pick in return for him. Which, by the way, San Francisco 49ers fans know, historically, they've always hit on their 5th round picks.
What I say, excuse me, what I say, bro. Later round in the draft, we always be hitting, bro. We always be hitting with our late round picks. Look at this. Kittle, we got Drake Greenlaw, and more. Come on.
I mean, it's kind of disgusting if you take a look at it. George Kittle, 5th round pick. Dre Greenlaw, 5th round pick. Diamador Lenore, 5th round pick. Talanoa Hufanga, 5th round pick. I mean, it's actually
Hufanga might not even come back next season,
the
too.
49ers are at drafting in the later rounds of the NFL draft. So I won't be surprised if maybe in a few years from now, we mention how this 5th round pick somehow gifted the 49ers another Pro Bowler. But you can't bank on that, obviously. Let me know if you're a 49ers fan and if you're a Commanders fan, what you think about this trade in the comments.
Honestly, how I feel about it, time for both sides to move on. Deebo, hey, fresh start for him. We got our 5th round pick. Can't wait to see who we draft with it. And that's that, man. Not everything lasts forever, y'all. But hey, hopefully y'all enjoy my reaction on Deebo Samuel going to the Commanders. It's going to be interesting seeing Deebo going against the Philadelphia Eagles twice a season now. You already know Deebo and his issues with the Eagles. So that's definitely going to be entertaining to react to, man. But hopefully y'all enjoy the reaction, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.